Okay, today's quite a hot day and I've decided it would be a good day to clean out the tank and rearrange it. Because once I clean the things, I can just put them outside, they dry in the sun really quick. I'm not going to go through that section of cleaning with you today because I've done that before. But what I'm going to do today is show you the new setup, because I have a reptile and garden shop near me and their prices are really cheap, and often they have like big sales where you get like 70% off, and I go a little bit crazy in that. I want to buy it all. So I have some new stuff to add into Isla's tank. I'm going to be rearranging it. Since it's summer and I want it to be quite nice and airy, it's going to be more minimalistic than this maybe. So as you can probably see, I have started to take some of the stuff down. I've removed the Easter Island statue and I'm just taking some of this down, but it's going to go from this to this. Okay, I know I said I was going to make this minimalistic, but I probably haven't. As you may be able to tell, I like lots and lots of plants in my Crested tanks just so she has loads of places to hide. So I'm going to talk you through some of the things I've added. One of the brand new things I've got is this bamboo climbing thing. As I said, I was in the garden and reptile shop, which the reptile shop is now closing down. So I am not happy about that, but nevertheless I was in there. This was reduced, I can't remember if it was 50 or 70% off, but I've always wanted one of these and they've always been so expensive. So when there's a sale, I thought I'll go and get one. There was this option and the option of driftwood, but there was loads of splintering pieces on the driftwood, so this is why I chose this. But if you are going to use bamboo, make sure you do double check that there are no sharp pieces. I have already gone over this and checked. Something I've changed is I've taken out that water dripper that I turned into a hide. Just for now, I've decided to take it out. There's actually a piece of wood in the background. It is a piece of driftwood that I've always used, and it goes up to that corner, and then there's loads of plants, so it's a nice hiding place for her. This piece obviously goes all the way to the back, and there's plants here, and this vine. I highly recommend getting vines and just wood pieces. These are some of the best ones. And lots of plants for your Cresties, so you need lots of climbing things and lots of places to hide. Also, this skull ornament has come back. I have had an Easter Island statue in here, but I swapped that out for the skull, and then sometimes I swap that back in. But for now, we have Mr. Skull down here. And a few things to say before I end. Firstly, yes, these look like weed. Get over it. The amount of comments I get, like people say, why do your plants look like weed? Oh my god, your plants are weed. Your gecko must be high. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'm over that. Most of the generic plants they sell over here look like weed plants. I don't know why, they just do. So yes, it looks like she has weed in her tank. Secondly, I know a lot of people ask me, how often do you clean her out? I would probably say, obviously I spot clean as best as I can. If you've seen a Q&A, you'll see the problem. But I generally have a big clean like this every maybe 2, 3, 4 months. It really depends on how the tank is smelling and looking and everything. And I just take it upon like, okay, I think it needs a clean. Obviously I use reptile disinfectant because that's extremely important. And I will say that when you clean out your tank, I guess this depends on how many things you've got in the tank and all of that other stuff, but I do find that Crested Gecko tanks, when you do a big clean like this, it does take quite a while. So just keep that in mind. These tanks, obviously, they're really good tanks, but the problem is when you want to clean them, they're not easy to just pick up and clean, so you have to kind of scoop the substrate out and so on, so that's something to keep in mind. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you like the little setup I've done, and thank you very much for watching.